Hi, this is Jay from I Wonder UK. Look what I just got in the box. It's the new Taiji 1 from 3FUL gear. Let's get it from this to this. Straight out of the box we got this cool bag with a couple of clips on the side. Let's pull it out and see what we've got inside. Oh, it's like a stuff sack. You roll down. And in the bag, let's just put it all out together. We've got the tent plus the inner. I went for a 4-season inner. I'm guessing this will be the footprint. Yep. Complete footprint. Set of pegs. Oh, for your poles, like a repair bit, guy ropes, and an iron-on patch, which is ideal if you're at home, but not if you're away. At least they give it with you. Last but not least, a set of poles, all in nice bags. 2 long ones and a short one. These are the pegs it comes with, which to be honest with you, I never use. I always swap them out to ones like this. They're pretty cheap. I think they're about 5-6 quid for 10. They're that little bit longer. I'll show you a comparison. This is the original ones that it comes with, and these are the ones I swap it out with. Both got the Y shape, but these are 7-inch long. I'm going to start, like I always do, loosely pinning out the footprint. And then put the tent down over the top of the footprint, making sure you've got it the right way round. Need to look for the door. Take the info over. And get 2 longer poles crossed over diagonally across the top of the tent. Go into these tags here. It's like a eco structure. They do the top one first. And then the rest of them. Get the small pole. Take that one on there. And easy to reach over first. Get something to push against. Another peg for the front. Go back round and reshape. And then tension up. Now to put the guy ropes on. Now we have a total of 10 pegs. 10 tent pegs. There's 6 that goes around the outside, and you've got 4 extra for the guy ropes that need to be tied on. I'll show you where they go now. For the guy ropes, there's 2 little clips. If you follow the pole up, like a figure of 8 washer. Get my finger out of the way, you might be able to see it a little bit clearer. There's one there and one further up. And the way I'm going to do it, I don't like the idea of having my string guy ropes tied around the poles all the time, so just need to thread it for the first one, come down to the second one, thread it through there, and I'm going to tie a falconer's knot in this end here, which I'll show you now. I'm going to try and demonstrate how to do the falconer's knot without using anything else except for your fingers. So start off in this position with, let's call this the tag end hanging loose, over with the tag end going down. Reach behind, grip with your 2 fingers there, put your thumb over and then give it a thumbs up and bring your thumb back over. So you've got that little loop like that, and then bring your fingers, the 2 fingers with this behind it, and then this needs to come through here, which I'm struggling with. You can adjust this knot up afterwards, so leave yourself plenty of space, and then this can go over the peg, so your peg will be in the ground and this goes over the peg, and this will tighten up like that, and you can pull on it like that. But when you want to release it, just need to get this tag and pull it. There's plenty of videos on YouTube. I'm not a knot tyer, but hopefully it demonstrates it to you. Once you've got the falconers knot tied in the end there, put the peg in. I always try and get like a 90-degree angle from the guy rope down to the pegs, same as on the tent. I push that in to start off with. Need to keep that little tab out of the way, and then this will just tighten it down. Get the guy rope with the line lock there, and just loop it over the peg. Now I've come up with a little thing that I carry around in my bum bag now. It's just a bottle cap with a penny glued on the inside of it and tied to this spare peg. I use the peg for testing the ground when I first get to anywhere, and this saves my trekking shoes when I want to push the pegs in. Just goes over the end, and then you've got something to push the pegs down with. The line locks work by this side, so the knotted side there goes down, then I can lift it up out of the jaws, tighten it up, and then pull it back down into the jaws again. So the jaws there, tighten down there. Job's done. Initial impressions, I like the tent. Slightly baggy, could get more tension in it, and I think I know the reason why. These tensioning straps here are the same or very similar to the Lanshan one. In fact, they're wider than the Lanshan one, and I don't know why, because I've never had a problem with the Lanshan one. They've always seemed tight. They've always lasted me. I've been using them for over 4 years. But on the door here, on the front peg, you can see we've just got a couple of bits of dyneema you can't seem to get the tension out of. And it's same, and I would say more crucially on the back here. On the back of the tent, you can see, let's see if we can get a better view of the tent before I pull this. If I had a tensioner strap on the back here, what difference that would make. So yeah, for an extra little bit of weight and an extra tensioning strap, that would be quite cool. I'm really not sure about this pole arrangement. I have done this is the second time I've done this now, to be honest with you. But this clip is holding the long poles there and there, but there's nothing holding the cross section, the short cross section in. What I'm going to use is a piece of, tent comes with a piece of black ribbon tied around it originally. I'm going to use a bit of that. Yeah, I've just tied a bit of this ribbon that came with the tent around it, and it has seemed to make it a little bit more solid on the top, so I'll be using that for now. I've used a marker pen, Sharpie, just to draw this on here. Just it makes it easier for me where the door is, because on this tent the 3 FULs printed on the front and the back. This covered zip is similar to the old Lanshan. The new Lanshan 2026 has got the waterproof zip on. I quite like these. It's got the Velcro on, and it gives you that reassurance of a little bit more strength when you undo the zips, or when you do them up, more importantly, at night. But yeah, everything on it, the stitching's up to the usual Lanshan quality. You roll up the door on this slightly differently. Watch as we roll it up. And instead of the small little toggles on the inside, there's a nice long one just here, which goes to this hoop just up there, and it clicks in nicely. Hold on. Gone for the J zip on this. Well, I haven't gone for the J zip. This has got the J zip on it, similar to my first Lanshan. I've recently bought the 2026 Lanshan one with the T zip, and I much prefer that. It's much more flexible. Apparently on this version the hood over the vent, for want of a word, has been reinforced and is a lot thicker to stop strips coming through. But it's got the, if I could try and get up there, like a little plastic type strip with a bit of Velcro on, where you push underneath and just connect it to the hood just to keep it up a little bit more. Seems to work quite good. And there's one on the back as well, which will obviously lead from the outside air vent, come here to the mesh bits at the top. As you can see, I've gone for the what they call the 4-season inner. It's not that, I'm not sure if we could call it a 4-season inner, but it's not the full mesh version. I live in the UK and I don't think the full mesh version really works at most times of the year over here, to be honest. I put the tent up, as always, put my footprint down first, but to be honest with you, it doesn't match up with the peg spacing, and the only bit I can find is the clip. This is the footprint clip here, add it onto the tensioner there, which seems slightly awkward, to be honest with you. But that's the only thing. If anybody knows any different, please tell me. There's a bit of space on the vegetable. No, quite vestibule, sorry. Quite a lot of space actually, about half an arm's length. It's not as big as the Lanshan one, because obviously that takes up half the tent and you can get a load of stuff in there. But yeah, I think it'd be large enough for cooking in, storing a bit things. I don't put my rucksack in the outside. You probably could, the end space right by the door here, but I always keep mine on the inside. Clips on the outer poles, like I say, it's like an eco structure. The poles on the outside of this tent are nice and solid, and they seem quite loose. I was imagining to be click on and they stay where they are, but I imagine they're doing that for a bit of flexibility, but that could cause a little bit of sagging. And I have seen people sort of hack the two ends of the short pole there. I've seen somebody wedge a trekking pole underneath there, which would give it a bit more strength in the structure. But I might just put a guy line around the end of it. If you can hoop a guy line over the end of there and then pull it out one way or the other, both sides, I think that might do something for it. Once you're inside, it does feel quite larger. Yeah, a bit larger than the Lanshan one. I'm only 5'6", so I realise I have a massive advantage, but I'm just touching the outer there. My feet are just about touching the bottom, but the inside, because the walls come up straight, gives you the feeling of a lot extra space. Yeah, definitely feels like there's a lot of extra space. I'm sitting up here now. I haven't got a air mat with me at the moment. I'm sitting on the floor, so that's going to take another inch or two over the top, but my head's clear, and there's a bit more shoulder room where the Lanshan comes up at an angle, as anybody that's used one before, so it gives you that feeling of space immediately. Yeah, looking forward to trying this. There's the obligatory pocket down there, which I never use personally, and there's a lantern holder just up here, which I've used occasionally. I hang my head torch on that. some nights. Don't really use it that often, but like I say, yeah, all the zips feel great. The material feels brilliant. And like I said, I've been using the Lanshan one for 4 years now. I've had the previous one, the 2021 version, I think it was, and the 2026 version. And they're just brilliant. I've done 80 nights in the first one, and I've done 20 nights up to now. I just fancied a bit of a change, but I went for this khaki colour, this like brown colour. I think it just blends in with the environment in the UK a lot more. Like I said, I've used mine a lot, and sometimes it almost disappears at most times of the year. You think green would, but the brown, because you get the gorse and stuff like that, and behind green stuff, it always blends in really nicely. So yeah, pleased with the colour. Pleased I eventually got one. Just a quick side note, to be 100% honest with you, I ordered one of these 2.5 months ago in the khaki with the 4-season inner, and I ordered it from 3FUL. Well, I ordered a Lanshan one off of them back in June sometime this year, and it was with me at my house within 10 days, no problem. I understand they've got a massive problem with the khaki colour, so they emailed me and asked me if I'd be willing to accept the green, and then when they sent it to me, they sent it with a 3-season in there, so there was complications, but given their dues, they refunded me the money. So it's all come good. I've just had to wait a little bit longer. I was hoping to take this out sort of the end of the summer, maybe September. It's November now, but I'll probably take it up on Dartmoor for a couple of days, try it out. But just wanted to let you know, 3FUL at the moment having problems with the khaki. Let's assume taking it down is complete reverse. Let's try it. After taking the guy ropes out, always make sure your doors are up, inner and outer, and take the tension out of your tent on the straps. Take the poles out, but leave your pegs in, so you're not chasing your tent down the field. Remember to disconnect the footprint. I always leave at least 2 pegs in, at least one. Stuff's out really good, plenty of space in there. Always take the dirt off your pegs. It's not yours. Yeah, plenty of room. Once it's in, you could cinch these up even more. Yeah, nice bag. Thanks for watching the video, appreciate it. If you like walking and wild camping, tents, etc., have a look at my other ones. I'll put them in the description below. And if you could subscribe, I think it's in the button down in the corner there. Appreciate it. Taiji 1 from 3FUL gear. Looking forward to taking it out and using it in the wild. Probably be out on Dartmoor in a couple of weeks' time. But for now, this is Jay from I Wonder UK. I'm out of here.